A letter from Mary Boleyn to Thomas Cromwell. Master Secretary, after my poor recommendations, which is smallly to be regarded of me, that am a poor banished creature, this shall be to desire you to be good to my poor husband, and to me. I am sure it is not unknown to you the high displeasure that both he and I have, both of the King's Highness and the Queen's Grace, by reason of our marriage without their knowledge, wherein we both do yield ourselves faulty, and do acknowledge that we did not well to be so hasty, nor so bold without their knowledge. But one thing, good Master Secretary, consider that he was young, and love overcame reason. And for my part, I saw so much honesty in him, that I loved him as well as he did me, and was in bondage, and glad I was to be at liberty. So that for my part, I saw that all the world did set so little by me, and he so much, that I thought I could take no better way but to take him, and to forsake all other ways, and live a poor, honest life with him. And so I do put no doubts but we should, if we might once be so happy to recover the King's gracious favour, and the Queen's. For well I might have had a greater man of birth, and a higher. But I assure you, I could never have had one that should have loved me so well, nor a more honest man. And besides that, he is both come of an ancient stock, and again as meet, if it was his Grace's pleasure, to do the King's service as any young gentleman in his court. Therefore, good Master Secretary, this shall be my suit to you, that for the love that well I know you do bear to all my blood, though for my part I have not deserved it but smallly, by reason of my vile conditions, as to put my husband to the King's grace, that he may do his duty as all other gentlemen do. And, good Master Secretary, sue for us to the King's Highness, and beseech his Highness, whichever was wont to take pity, to have pity on us, and that it will please his Grace of his goodness to speak to the Queen's Grace for us. For, so far as I can perceive, her Grace is so highly displeased with us both, that without the King be so good Lord to us as to withdraw his rigour and sue for us, we are never like to recover her Grace's favour, which is too heavy to bear. And seeing there is no remedy, for God's sake, help us. For we have been now a quarter of a year married, I thank God, and too late now to call that again. Wherefore is the more alms to help. But if I were at my liberty, and might choose, I assure you, Master Secretary, for my little time I have tried so much honesty to be in him, that I had rather beg my bread with him, than to be the greatest queen in Christendom. And I believe verily he is in the same case with me, for I believe verily he would not forsake me to be a king. Therefore, good Master Secretary, seeing we are so well together, and does intend to live so honest a life, though it be poor, show part of your goodness to us as well as you do to all the world besides. For I promise you, you have the name to help all them that hath need, and amongst all your suitors, I dare be bold to say that you have no martyr more to be pitied than ours. And therefore, for God's sake, be good to us, for in you is all our trust. And I beseech you, good Master Secretary, pray my lord my father and my lady to be so good to us, and to let me have their blessings, and my husband their goodwill, and I will never desire more of them. Also, I pray you, desire my lord of Norfolk and my lord my brother to be good to us. I dare not write to them, they are so cruel against us. But if, with any pain that I could take with my life, I might win their good wills, I promise you, there is no child living would venture more than I. And so, I pray you to report by me, and you shall find my writing true. And in all points which I may please them in, I shall be ready to obey them, nearest my husband, whom I am most bound to whom I most heartily beseech you to be good unto, which, for my sake, is a poor banished man, for an honest and a godly cause. And see, that I have read in old books that some, for as just causes, have by kings and queens been pardoned by the suit of good folks, I trust it shall be our chance, through your good help, to come to the same, as knoweth the Lord God, who send you health and heart's ease. Scribbled with her ill hand, who was your poor humble suitor, always to command. Mary Stafford. To the right worshipful and my singular good friend, Master Secretary, to the King's Highness, this to be delivered.